Welcome to the Damaged Chronicles, episode 666. And we're talking about tonight the new Saxon release that came out yesterday, Hellfire and Damnation.
Yep.
Oh man, what a killer album this is. I cannot wait to talk about it. Brian, I'll let you go first, man.
Obviously, yeah, we'll get to some of the details. I believe this is obviously, if you've seen videos and stuff like that, they have Brian Tatler joining them, who a lot of people will know is from Diamond Head, obviously one of the big major bands for the new wave of British heavy metal, and obviously one of those that helped, the foundation of Metallica, obviously their song "Am I Evil" and stuff like that. But yeah, Brian Tatler is with the band on this album. Well, not technically. He's only doing music videos and touring. Paul is still doing the recording. He's studio only at this point. So he is still in the band, but not when it comes to the touring and music videos and stuff like that. Brian is doing all of that. So yeah, let's just get into this. Album opens up. It opens up with a instrumental, I guess, kind of an intro that kind of serves as like an intro because a bit of this song was used in the music video for the title track, Hellfire and Damnation. Obviously, you've seen kind of like it's a very dark and I guess kind of an atmospheric. It's kind of dark. You hear some of the kind of some like deeper. I wouldn't say they're like growly, but they're more of like really low or something like a baritone vocal style. And then you get kind of the spoken word stuff that was you might have heard in the music video for the title track, which is the next song on here, Hell, Fire, and Damnation, which I think to me, I hear so much Iron Maiden, but heavier. And obviously, with that awesome shriek from Biff at the beginning was really freaking awesome. And he does it, I think, another time on here as well. I can't remember what other track, but he is that high pitched shriek he does at the beginning. It's just like, my God.
You know what? That's a really good comparison, actually, comparing it to like Iron Maiden. Like if Iron Maiden had a heavier production, absolutely. And I agree, Biff's vocals, holy crap, they're fucking awesome. The song in general is just killer. It's really catchy. It's got a really cool chorus. It's like 25 albums into your career. How do you keep doing this? This band's definitely doing something right. When it comes to like their delivery. I know we're only on the first track, but man, this track is so fucking strong. And yeah, the intro is, the prophecy, which is really cool. A cool build up. But man, excellent. Dude, this fucking opening track just kicks ass.
Yeah,
I don't know what else to say. It's fucking good.
Yeah, I dare say definitely better than the title track from the previous album, Carpe Diem. Because I was like, I think, because if I was ever reviewed it, the title track, I kind of got sick and tired of them repeating the title track. I'm like, get it. I don't want, this was a skip, but then it got better after that. But we're talking about that. We're not talking about Carpe Diem. We're talking about this one. Next song after that, Madame Guillotine. Kind of opened up with a cool, kind of basically what the band would kind of copy, a cool bass riff intro that led into kind of something like 80s Priest. Like, I get the rhythm kind of reminded me a little bit of like the rhythm of You Got Another Thing Coming. I mean, that kind of makes sense because that's another band that they were around during this time. Obviously, new wave of British heavy metal, the Saxon, Maiden, Diamond Head, Priest. A lot of bands. So it's like, yeah, you some similarity and stuff, but it's much more groovier, to say the least, for me.
Oh my god, that's what I love about this track is that groove. It's like a simple catchy riff too. It's so fucking cool. It kind of sounds like something like mid '90s Megadeth would write too. Like if you take a track like Angry Again or Trust, you kind of get that vibe with this track.
Yeah,
it's got like that mid '90s Megadeth feel to it.
Yeah, I'll mention Megadeth here later on, but not for this track. But it definitely reminded me more of a Judas Priest sound, pretty much. Then we
That
get, I
too,
guess,
yep.
we then get to the shortest song on the album, Fire and Steel, which I just written here, standard, fast-paced, heavy metal, that's short, sweet, straight to the point, pretty much.
Absolutely, man. This song kicks so much ass. Holy shit. Nigel Glocker, people, is 70 years old and still fucking drumming like this.
Yeah.
Absolutely impressive, man. This song is fucking fast. Yeah, it's just short and to the point, which it should be. In and out, man.
Yeah.
Not too long, not too
Yeah,
short,
some
and
of
this
these
song kicks
songs
ass. Yeah.
I look at some of these songs, they're not relatively long. You think it's either 3 to 5 minutes. There's a couple 3 minutes. There's another one later on. But yeah. But then we get to, you mentioned Megadeth. This one reminded me somewhat of Megadeth. Like, I'm talking maybe some of that early 90s Megadeth. Like, this could sound like something off of Countdown. There's something in Roswell. Because I think when I
Ooh.
heard this, I'm instantly thinking of that Hangar 19 or something like that, or something that could be fitted off of either Rust in Peace or Countdown to Extinction easily, but kind of brought more of a kind of more modern, but it still sounds like it's early 90s Megadeth for me, like easily.
Yeah, I could definitely hear that. This song's really good too. Like the chords definitely stands out. It's definitely a highlight on this album.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, really
And obviously,
catchy. Yeah, mid
yeah,
pace too.
yeah, the whole and the lyrical content, obviously with the name Roswell, Area 51, Roswell, New Mexico, aliens,
Yep,
extraterrestrial, all that stuff. It kind of does remind me
yep,
something of what Megadeth would kind of write, especially like I think Rust in Peace had something like that, a Hangar 19, pretty much.
yep. Hangar
I mean,
18.
that's
Yep.
something they kind of do easily. Then we get, I get to another
Absolutely.
song because of I guess this one, we get to yet another, I guess, Iron Maiden esque song because I guess early Iron Maiden because they were like right historical stuff, especially when they had Bruce in the band. Kubla Khan and the Merchant of Venice. The historical things because you really look at that like, okay, yeah, Maiden is known for kind of some of the historical stuff like that. You think of Power Slave, obviously. You think of War Aces High or something like that, or Power Slave or something like that, Rhyme of the Ancient Man or something like that. This just sounds like something that Maiden could easily write, but it's like it's not Maiden, it's Saxon.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Yeah, it kind of has that vibe to it. A lot of cool guitar work going on in this track too. Yeah, it definitely has like that epic feel to it too, kind of like what Maiden would write. Obviously, the production definitely heavier.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
so yeah, I guess it's like if Maiden had a better producer, this is what it would probably sound like. But man, what a killer track this is too. Like so far we're what 5 tracks into this
Six
album
track. This
and
is the sixth track. Sixth
six
track on.
tracks. Okay, yeah,
Yeah, this album isn't
6 tracks
relatively
in.
long. It's only 10 tracks on here, so
Yeah. So yeah, we're like 6 tracks into this thing, and like every track is a banger so far.
yeah,
And
definitely.
for me, it's kind of like hard to review. I get well, maybe it's not really hard to review, but for me, like coming into an album like this, I know it's gonna kick my ass. I know it's gonna leave me wanting more. So
Yeah.
2026 cannot get here fast enough for the next Saxon album. Anyways, moving on.
yeah. We get to the next shortest song on here, Pirates of the Airwaves, which to be more honest, this is more of like kind of a normal mid-paced short song. It's kind of about the radio because I hear the lyrics about this. It's kind of the radio and stuff like that. And it is kind of groovy. It's kind of going back to what that groovy stuff they were doing on the Priest song. Which song was that? Madame Guillotine. But it's like
Yep.
it's much more shorter on this one. It's only about 3 minutes or so, but I absolutely love it. It's just yet another standard heavy metal song that's more bit paced, pretty much.
Yeah, I would agree. This song's really good. It kind of goes back to like maybe the earlier Saxton type of songs, like Wills of Steel, something off the Strong Arm is the Law. Kind of has that vibe to it, mid paced, simple, to the point, and just kicking your ass, man. Like the rest of this fucking album's been doing so far, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Then we get to track 10, and I had to look up research because I was kind of curious. I'm like, why is this track called this? The track is track 8, 1066, and I had to do a little bit of research on this one because apparently this was all about the Norman conquest of that same year, and obviously the ending of the Saxons, pretty much, because they mentioned the ending of the Saxons in the song, and I'm like, okay, so it's about that and stuff like that. But I think yet another maiden style song, pretty much.
Yeah, this one's really good. I actually really enjoy this track too, and that's the thing too. Like you mentioned, like how it's kind of maiden like, you know. And I think Saxon don't really get the credit like an Iron Maiden would get when it comes to writing like conceptual pieces of music, because this song to me is very like conceptual. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
even
delivery.
even not
Yeah.
even just not conceptual, thematic or something. It's based off a theme or something like that.
Right.
You see some of those, like I said, some of those maiden albums. You see them saying like a song like what I Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner or Power Slave or Aces High or
Right.
any of those sword based stuff or something like that. That's just off of Power Slave alone or something like that. Even thinking, I'm thinking even going like albums after. I think of Somewhere in Time, and I think Alexander the Great. So they've touched
Mm,
base on
absolutely.
about historical pieces and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, that's something that Maiden, kind of. I think the reason I think Maiden ended up getting more popular is because of I think songs they would do on their earlier stuff, especially I think on Number of the Beast and Peace of Mind, The Trooper and Run to the Hills and stuff like that.
Yep. And you somewhere in time haters out there, you're wrong. Somewhere in time's freaking awesome.
I mean, I like
But
it. I
anyway,
personally prefer Seventh Son over it, but still. Okay, then we get into this one's kind of an interesting one. Witches of Salem, and I have written here has a power metal vibe slash style to it music wise, and I'm not talking the 90s the European stuff. I'm talking more of like of the time of the 80s. You think of Manila Road or
yeah.
Manowar or freaking who else would come in? Halloween or Sabotage. I think I've written Sabotage. I think it was more. I was listening to it. I'm like, I hear Sabotage on it.
Yeah, this track, oh my god, man. Excuse me there. But no, this track, man, might be my favorite on the album. I really like how the music is on this track. Nigel's drum, yeah, Nigel's drumming is absolutely awesome on this track. He's doing like weird double bass patterns on this.
Yeah.
But man, yeah, this song so memorable. I mean, so epic. I mean, like I said earlier, like they're 25 albums into their career and they're still writing music like this.
Yeah.
You know, just absolutely impressive that they can keep doing this. You know, but no, this track is very memorable. I absolutely love it. Yes, very epic. Yeah, I can definitely hear like maybe a little bit of European power metal, but also American power metal
Yeah,
mixed
like
with it
all those
because it's
mentions.
definitely
Like
heavier.
I pretty much mentioned all those bands. Manila Road,
Yeah,
Halloween to some extent, or a Manowar, or a Sirathungal, or any of those 80s power metal bands of the time. Sabotage, early Fates Warning, early Queensryche, and stuff
mm-hmm.
like that.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah. Then we come to the final track on here, Supercharger. I think I look and listen to this. It's kind of take Fire and Steel, but more longer. I think this is 4 minutes. I think these last ones are about 4 minutes or something like that. But so it's a little bit longer. Much more of that fast pace again. It's probably, if you can probably tell, I'm listening to it and hearing the lyrics. I'm like, oh, it's about driving fast, all that racing and all that stuff. I think
Yep.
a really great way to end the album.
Oh, I definitely agree. Which is kind of funny. We were talking about Megadeth earlier, and Dave would occasionally write that song about driving fast, and you know,
Yeah.
So this track's actually a really good ender to a great album. I mean,
Yeah.
This song again, it's another song that's basically to the point, fairly fast, fairly heavy. Yeah, man,
Yeah.
I love it. Absolutely epic.
Yeah. But yeah, I think. But yeah, your thoughts. I guess our overall thoughts on this and rating. I
Ooh,
guess.
dude, this fucking album rules. And I know we're only early into 2024, but holy fuck, dude. This right
Yeah.
here, and I still have not done an album. Well, technically I have, but I haven't done like a proper album ranking on my channel yet. But this right here, man, to me, I think it's a perfect 10. It's a fucking awesome album.
I almost agree with you, but I definitely I do think there is some. I need to listen to it a little bit more
Yeah.
to get my head around
I
it.
mean,
But I definitely think, for me, a 9.75 out of 10 for me. I absolutely love it. I can't really give it now, but it's too early in the year to give it a 10. So I got to give it a 9.75 out of 10. I absolutely, but like I said, I absolutely love this album and definitely will pick it up at some point. But I think it's like,
absolutely. I know I'm probably jumping the gun giving it a 10, but and probably need definitely more listens to it myself. But fuck, I loved everything on this. Like to me, the last
yeah.
album was really good too, but I think this album was better.
Yeah, I
Like
definitely
Carpe
think
Diem was a great
the
album
title
too.
track, if anything is keeping me from getting, really giving Carpe Diem a 10 out of 10, it's the title track. I just can't. I just can't. I can't give that a 10 because of the title track, because they repeat that chorus over and over. The name of the album, the
Yeah,
song over and over and over again. I'm like, yeah, I can't give that a 10 out of 10 because of that. It's just like, but here it's like, this could get a 10, but I can't give it a
yeah.
10 yet because it's too damn early to give it a 10.
Well, I think the thing is too, it's a shorter album too, at 43 minutes, I believe.
Yeah.
But man, I really enjoy this album. It's like I'm ready for album number 26 already.
24. Yeah, I think this is album 24
Is
because
it
they haven't been
the 20?
25. Yeah, this is album number
Oh,
24 because I looked into it. Yeah, Carpe Diem is the 23rd. This is the 24th. So we're close.
my bad.
We're really close.
I made a
We're close to
mistake.
25, almost 25. And for them to be able to pull
Yep.
this kind of stuff, I love it. It's impressive to say the least. You're getting close to Rolling Stones territory. They're getting close to Rolling Stones territory
Yeah,
with the number of albums they've
it's
put
really
out.
absolutely. And I mean, for these guys being in their 70s too, it's still doing this. It's like fuck yeah,
Yeah.
man, keep going.
Yeah,
Then
yeah, but they haven't been around as long as the Stones. They've only been a band since '75, so they've been around. They haven't been a band as long as the Stones, but they're in terms
yep,
of the albums, they're reaching Stones level.
almost 50 years, man. Fuck yeah. But
Yeah.
that's our review for the new Saxon album, Hell, Fire, and Damnation. Anyways, I guess we'll look at the chat real quick. We got Kyle here. We got
Yep.
Fraser here. We got
Yeah, we
Metal.
got. Yeah, we
So, you know
got.
what?
We
Ice
have
been a
Kyle.
fan
Yeah,
forever.
yep. We got MCJ Kyle here. Bull is here. Frazier, Ice Earth John here. I guess we can pull up some plugs here real quick if you're cool with it. Obviously, if
Go
some
ahead, man.
people, yeah, some people here are in it, but if you're not, we do happen to have a little. If you're on Facebook, we do happen to have a little Facebook group called Metal YouTubers. I had to
Yep.
previously had to put down, kind of like, since we're talking Saxon, I had to put down the strong arm of the law and say only talk about metal. We're lenient towards rock, blues, jazz, classical, all of that stuff. We basically mentioned those because we're completely fine with those. But anything else, yeah. But if you're on Facebook, and if you have one of us as a friend on there, we'll make sure to add you into it,
Absolutely.
so that way we can all talk metal or any of the other genres I mentioned, but no others. And also, I guess for me, I mean personally, I am in talks with King of Swords to do a collaborative review for the new Inquisition album, which I believe is called, if I can look up I had a thumbnail made for it and stuff like that. It is called Veneration of Medieval Mysticism and Cosmological Violence. Long ass album names Inquisition makes. So, but yeah, that might be one of the next collaborative reviews I will do. Oh, and also, if y'all want to, I do have some written reviews for 2 new 2024 albums. One for Russell Gunn's Medusa, and I just put it out yesterday, Lord Dyne's Clandestine Transcendence.
Cool, man. Sounds cool. I can't wait to look. Can't wait to check that out, man.
Yep.
I know coming up here, I got the Mordred Red. Fuck your feeble black. Can't talk right. I got the Mordred Red. Fuck your feeble world review coming up on the channel. And if you're easily offended, I would advise you not to watch that review, even though I know you people are still going to watch it to begin with.
That is true.
But anyways, yes, that's our review for the new Saxon. Go subscribe to Ryan Arnold's channel, Damaged Incorporated. Keep it metal. And hey, we might do a live stream here in about an hour.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we are out for now.
Yep.